Yeah. I don't know.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. It's
What's
Tony,
up, dude?
It's Michael, it's Barnes, it's Monday.
Yeah.
And we still do not have a collective bargaining agreement. Make sense of it for me, Tony.
Dude, come on. We've been through this. It's the greediness of the owners, the absolute hilarity that is Rob Manfred. And honestly, I really don't expect to have one. You know, their deadline for tonight is 11:59. You know, and if they don't, get it done today, which there's a lot to cover, obviously, because they haven't really done anything.
Mm-hmm.
The opening day is gonna be delayed. Season will be delayed for a week. So
now, what about what I said to you pre-show in terms of it? That it doesn't. They could do it however they want. They just set those stipulations. I mean, you don't think there's wiggle room on that?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean those stipulations are kind of set.
But I guess this is how I envision it. So obviously we know. I mean, when they said, okay, there's some common ground somewhere,
right.
Still a way to go. But then like they start hammering out, let's say by 3:30 Eastern today, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and they say, you know what? Let's just finish within the next 48 hours. And then I think they'll extend it and just say, we'll start on time.
That's very possible. The only thing that I guess fans have to hope for that the season will start on time is the fact that the season being delayed is going to hurt the owners in terms of their pockets.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So I mean, it is very possible that the owners come in today with a little bit more of an idea where they can kind of make some compromises and stuff like that, knowing they're going to lose money if they don't figure it out today. So that's literally the only hope.
Yeah. But I think that's a pretty big hope.
No, yeah, it is. It is.
Just in all they hear the noise, they hear what people are saying. What really aggravated me, you're familiar with John Heyman. I don't know if he ever did he actually work directly for the network? Okay, or he still does.
I'm sure he still does.
Okay, so he was saying yesterday, a lot of ground, possible deal for tomorrow, and then Zach Britton of all people, Zach Britton is commenting saying this isn't true at all. You know what I mean? It's like, how about give the Yankees the money back? How about that?
Yeah.
Instead of tweeting like negative stuff. I mean, I'm sick of it.
And it's like, what kind of inside information does he really have?
Yeah, boy. That's what Renee says.
Yeah, boy.
Sounds just like her.
It does.
But yeah, I just thought, a complete embellishment, Tony.
Right.
I mean, just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's an absolute shit show from end to end. So
is there like a couple things? Let's say I know this is like very far out there, but let's just say somehow you were granted power over this whole situation and just fixing baseball in general. Like, what is it? Is it like we need to almost like vet every owner that's in power to make sure they're the right guy, that they're in it 100%? Is that what we need to do?
You're saying like if I had complete control over
the commissioner,
I can do whatever I want right now.
Right.
I guess I wouldn't you can't just start like getting rid of owners.
But I could think of a couple off the bat.
It's just more about like, there has to be some type of like penalty for just holding this out for sure, that you're just not even like, there's just the fact that you're just not able to compromise and talk into a meeting, that these meetings are lasting 15 minutes because they go in there and they're like, no, I'm not doing that. It's just ridiculous.
Isn't it because it's the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Tampa Rays, the Oakland Rays, the Kansas City Royals? Those owners want to spend the least amount possible and put the most in their pocket and do not care to try to win a championship.
Yeah, that is a big part of it. But what are you going to do? You should start getting rid of owners left and right?
I think it's safe to say, like the Tampa owner, for instance, Stuart Steinberg. He's trying to move the team to Montreal. Right. 5,000 people a game. Like there's no sense of urgency. And it's like you're wasting a good product If that team was in Las Vegas, they'd be sold out every night, and they could still have success and have a fan base behind them.
I don't think that necessarily the commissioner should be able to do that, but there should be like a meeting of all the owners to be like, hey, like you're running this team pretty poorly. We're going to vote on whether or not you can keep the team.
And then have a board of trustees.
Right, exactly.
Steve Cohen, Hal Steinbrenner, John Henry. 3 most prominent owners in the game, no?
Yeah.
Trying to think really anybody else to
It's kind of tough to have a board of trustees like that, though, who are also owners. So I think there's a little bit of.
But I just feel like those guys want to win, though. You know what I mean? Like, come on, though. Like, why are we at a point in life where it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could go halfway with something. Like, just get out of town if you're not, you know, like.
Maybe the board. I think the 3 of us should be the board of trustees.
Oh my God, I want Michael as chair, though. I swear.
It'd be easy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he would have, you know, the New York team's best interest at heart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, not that this will really happen. I mean, technically, I guess you maybe could eliminate like 2 teams, but do you think contraction would help? Not that it's going to happen, but just
I don't know.
I mean, I don't want it. I'm just saying, though, it's like, you know, you remove those weak owners, you strengthen some of these teams, so that gives other teams more of a sense that they have a chance to win. Yeah.
I don't think it's ever going to happen, though. Realistically, dude, there's no way.
Yeah. But you know, I'm just tired of just all the noise about, you know, how bad the state of the game is, how much trouble they're in, about people they're alienating, how far off the mat. You know what I mean? You have to be sick of it too.
Oh yeah,
a real baseball lifer yourself.
Dude, it's funny too because I was literally sitting in the parking lot listening to Max Kellerman because they had a baseball segment on. Absolute trash segment. Just gotta say, I forget who they had, who their MLB insider is.
Not passing.
No. I forget who it was, but they played it off as he was like calling into the show. But it was very clear to me that it was like a previously like recorded, cut up like interview. Because it just sounded like there was like hard audio cuts and stuff like that. You know, sometimes like they'll wait a second, like after he's finished talking, because there's like a delay on the phone or whatever. No, they were talking like over him practically. It was pretty bad. Of course, like these guys don't talk baseball normally either.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're like talking, and I'm like, "Do you know what talk?" And then finally, like, I forget who said, but it was like, "Oh, Max, are you gonna miss baseball when it's not starting?" Like, dude,
it makes me sick. Like, I swear, it makes me sick.
Yeah, it's brutal.
But I'm telling you, I think the next 24 hours, agreement signed, nonsense done, and hopefully a solid foot forward, Tony. All right. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear anything otherwise. All right.
Sounds good. Yep.
And you know, before we get into our main topics, just one other note I have to add here. And you know, a shout out to my sister Jennifer here.
Oh, wow.
Providence College, you know, her alma mater, wins their first regular season Big East title, school history on Saturday, 72-51 over Creighton. Astounding fashion. You had the fans storming the court. Dream season for the Providence College Friars continues, Tony. I mean, come on. I think Rick Pitino was there.
No, that's very cool. Very, very good of them. And first ever in their school history.
Yeah. I mean, 14-2 in conference play this season, 16-1 home record. And then the fact that they're 4-1 against the AP top 25, 3-1 against the USA top 25. So, I mean, they're beating good teams. And it's funny, they're not getting the respect. The announcers, I guess, on the broadcast were saying, oh, they're so lucky because of COVID. The guys got an extra year. They're 5th and 6th year seniors.
Wow.
A couple games against quality opponents got canceled, like putting the whole thing. It's like, you go 14-2 in conference, I think you're pretty good.
What a dick move.
Yeah.
Dude. That's kind of unprofessional.
But I mean, I think you could see it though, just from a national perspective. Providence always be in the Big East, but never getting that national attention. It's all about UConn. It's all about you know, Syracuse back in the day. Nova.
How far are they going, dude?
I think honestly, they're making a Final Four. I just think this team is too balanced. There's too much leadership, you know, on the team, and you know why there's a chance they actually might go all the way. Their first 2 games of the season, they beat Fairfield U and Sacred Heart.
Let's
Steady.
go.
Destiny, Michael.
Yes.
I know you know it.
Especially the Sacred
Is
Heart.
that a joke though? They're probably the two worst teams I ever played this entire year.
No, it's just destiny.
Destiny.
It shows what
Destiny.
a real team school does.
I don't know, dude. I heard they missed like a lot of good games against good
Oh,
opponents.
this, that, other thing. So one more game though against Villanova tomorrow, actually, March 1st, 6:30 FS1. That'll wrap up the season, but really just have to give it to the guys. And like I said, I just like seeing a team that's not dominated by one guy, that they're actually playing team ball, passing the ball. One guy could be their leading scorer and then go score us the next game, but they still win by 20. I mean, I really just think that shows teamwork.
Yeah, of course. That's what you want.
So really a team to look out for. And then just also, on the college basketball end, UConn did win yesterday. Huge lead against Georgetown. I think they're up over 20, made it close at the end. I think they ended up winning by about 10. So their season obviously winding down here too. And, I just, like I have been saying all along, really want to see them match up. So let's see. They are 12-5 in conference, 21-7 overall. And they've actually won 5 games in a row. So it's not about how you start, about how you finish. So I think they're poised for a run as well. I know you're a big UConn guy, Tony. So
Yeah, dude.
I mean, nice little warm-up game. Creighton and DePaul to finish out the season.
Is Creighton not good?
Creighton used to be great.
But now,
But,
not so much.
I mean, I want to say, let's just take a look at this. Creighton. Actually, they're 19-9, but it's just,
That sounds pretty good to me.
Providence handled them though. I mean, I guess not everybody's on the level of the Providence Friars, Tony.
I guess not, dude.
Just wanted to make sure. So we'll keep you updated on Big East basketball. But for now, let's go to National Basketball Association.
LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
All right. Quick question off the rip for you, Michael. Do you think as a whole, this is the lowest point for the both of us combined since we've known each other, NBA basketball?
Yeah.
Not even close, though. Not even
No.
close. I mean, there's just nothing to be fired up about. Wow, we got Matthew Gabriel on it.
Early coach of the year. Yeah,
you can. Unofficial slogan.
Yeah.
UConn will win it all this
You
year.
can do it.
Early coach of the year. Tony's
A big fan of State of CT in general. Loves
Love
it.
it.
I do.
Lakers. Yeah. I mean, it really is that bad though, Tony. I mean, it's just,
What did you expect, Barnes, honestly?
I mean, I expected.
No.
First of all, I expected Anthony Davis when he's
To
on
not
the
be injured?
Lakers for 4 years or 3
Right.
years, whatever it is, to have maybe more than one healthy season. I mean,
Right.
it's just always 4 to 6, 6 to 8,
Mhm.
hamstring, ankle. I mean,
Right.
when does it end?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't end. Ever.
So I mean, and the one that really got me, obviously last night it was embarrassing. I think they lost by almost 20 points to the Pelicans. I mean, obviously
More than
CJ
20 points.
McCollum comes
Like
over.
almost
That
30
gives them a
points.
little life. But the loss to the Clippers. I mean, they were right there at the end. Terrible shot selections. I mean, Melo, that could have been his moment. He's had a nice year, Michael. Were you kind of surprised that one didn't fall?
He looked like he rushed it.
Yeah, and it was a little deep. That was like a me 3.
Yeah,
Like, that's-
I know.
No?
Yeah.
5-6 feet behind the line. And then, it just Westbrook. It's just like he dominates the ball when he's in the game. I was watching a little bit of the game last night, and it's just like he's just front rim, flat. It's like the shots he makes are bank shots, like aggressively off the, embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And I just don't know how you rebound from this. And I think now you're 6 games under 500. I mean,
Yeah.
sure, a playing game, but then what are you just going to get swept? I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
they blew it.
They did. They blew it, dude.
It's tough.
What do you want from me, dude? I don't know.
Fire the coach, fire up the boys.
I guess
David
so.
Fizdale,
Dude. Get a new
former Nick
GM.
Crane, get him in
maybe?
there.
Who's the GM for the Lakers?
The GM is
Pelinka.
Rob Pelinka. Kobe's actually former agent.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, he should come into question a little bit. But the only thing is, obviously, everyone knows like LeBron, of course, has a lot to say. In
Right,
the
but it's
roster
like
moves.
honestly, like I mean, I don't know. I feel like we talked about the Lakers before the season started. A lot of old guys, a lot of question marks with AD and Westbrook, and just nothing seems to be going their way. Of course, you do still have LeBron, dropped 32 points, but that's not enough. Dude. You can't just have one guy.
It's pathetic. But the only thing I have been relevant about back-to-back games, Dwight Howard, big time. I mean, it makes no sense. This dude's been playing all season.
Right. There's another thing. Yeah, I feel like a lot of your bench players haven't been getting a lot of playing time, maybe other than Melo, really.
Yeah.
But even so, like, I don't know, even Melo has played being a little inconsistent. And it's like, again, you have these older guys, later in the season, they're going to be tired. I feel like they're not going to be able to kind of perform as well as they did at the beginning of the season. And that's why you're starting to see them taper off a little bit more.
You seem a little enthusiastic about it, Tony.
Oh, dude.
I don't know. There's just a little pick me up in your voice. AD is made of paper and Elmer's glue.
Yes, he is.
LeBron would be the worst GM of all time. No, that's Michael Jordan. But I think it's just one of those things, Tony. It's a lost season. We'll make it through, but it just would figure though. Like I think probably this is most likely the worst stretch that LeBron has had since he's been a Laker. And of course, it happens to coincide Saturday night, primetime, Warriors, need attendance coming up. It's kind of tight.
Yeah, it is kind of tight, dude. What do you think?
What if LeBron doesn't play that game, Barnes?
I think there's no way against Steph. You know what I mean?
If he
Especially
doesn't-
after all these losses, he wants to win.
Oh, dude, if he throws in the towel, any respect I have left for him right now, which is slim, would be gone.
You tell me. God. Hey, for everyone watching, that's just Tony trying to make a statement. Okay,
I did make a statement.
Deep down,
yeah, that was a statement.
Deep down, he doesn't have respect, which is fine. But I'm saying, don't act like, if he does this, if he does that, come on, it's already over. Tony.
I do have a little respect for him.
That's like saying, if Manfred doesnn't get the deal done, all your respect is gone. Your respect's gone.
Well, the respect's already gone for him. Yeah, but LeBron has a little bit left, dude. He's still, still a good player.
Just trying to see too.
What's his how many points does he average? It's got to be like 28. 32?
Let's see. 29 points a game, 7.9 rebounds, 6.3 assists.
That's pretty good, dude.
So they get Dallas on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Obviously tough. Luka, this, that. And I'm trying to see if they have another game before the Warriors, but
They're playing Tuesday then Saturday? Really?
I feel like they might have a Thursday game, maybe.
Giving the old guys a rest.
I honestly hope they don't, because I just want them to be well rested. But of course, I don't think they do actually.
No, yeah, they have the Clippers Thursday.
Oh, Clippers! Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Do they keep it within 20 against the Warriors?
No.
Really?
No.
Maybe worst loss of the season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see LeBron say, "I'm taking my talents to Cleveland."
No.
No, but
He's gonna go back
I think he'll win 3 in a row if he goes to Cleveland. Honestly, if they keep the same roster intact
and get Bronny.
I want to see him turn
and
around.
Bronny. No, but tell me that he wouldn't win 1 with them again.
Yeah. Oh,
I
definitely.
want to see the Cavs turn around and be like, "Nah, we don't want you, dude. We're good."
0% chance.
0% chance.
0%.
Come on, dude.
They're not a baseball team. Okay, they actually want to win. All right. I mean, I know Michael knows this more than anyone, but tell me it's not even close. And I know you would know with NHL. Literally, baseball is the only sport where more than half the owners don't want to win.
I don't get that, dude.
Right though? Doesn't every friggin' NBA team want to win?
Bad.
Yeah.
Every hockey team wants
That's
to win.
why they make those crazy trades. They're just trying to do anything and pay anybody to win.
How do we fix it? I want you to fix it right now.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They want it now.
Right now, Tony. Right now.
Oh man. You're
Tori?
riled up, huh, dude.
Interim commissioner?
I don't think Tori's not gonna do it though.
No?
It's gotta be us.
But somebody that actually has a shot. I'm saying, Tony, it's a realistic option. Of course.
I mean, I guess you bring in Tori. He's got the respect of the entire league, so it's like, I mean, that's definitely something you need.
Yeah. But then, I mean, there's got to be some maybe spending minimum. I think certain sports have that where you have to spend 85% of the cap.
Really?
You think that there should be a salary cap that might help things? Or no, Cohen, you're all excited. You want him to have a $400 million payroll.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you saw, but I tagged you. They want to bring in Kikuchi from the Mariners. You know him?
Really? Yeah.
Seal or
The Mets do?
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know, kind of faded last year down the stretch.
Yeah.
Hot start, but I think he's a lefty, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Let's
something
go.
to keep
It's
an eye out
huge.
for. You know, just I think that would provide them some rotation depth for sure.
That's what
So
we need, dude.
you know, we'll see what happens, but I just thought that was interesting. And then really just to kind of wrap up the weekend's talk here from basketball before we get to tonight. The Sixers 2-0 since the beard came over, triple-double yesterday for Harden. You know, Knicks were up early, of course, fade down the stretch.
Lost it.
I mean, where are you with the Sixers? I mean, you think they have a pretty good shot, or
I think they do have a pretty good shot. It seems like, you know, I feel like Harden all of a sudden seems to be like healthy and
biggest
and
rat
springing
I
his
think of all
step.
time?
Like,
Not
honestly,
kidding,
dude.
So done with Harden.
Didn't he have like a hamstring issue? For like
He had a
whole,
hamstring.
like-
He brought out the fat suit again.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like I can't think of a bigger disgrace, honestly, to the game than James Harden. I'm not
But,
kidding.
dude, he went.
You've won nothing.
I know he's won nothing,
Yeah,
but I mean, he could win potentially with the 76ers.
but he's not.
Here, but he,
The Bucks are going to win the East again, guaranteed.
honestly,
Karma.
I don't know.
Giannis.
But Joel deserves it.
Joel
does
deserves
deserve
it,
it.
but he's got to get rid of his coach. He's got to
Dude.
get rid of James Harden.
I'm looking at these stats right here. He had 27 free throws.
James
Yeah.
Harden.
No,
No,
Embiid.
Joel.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it was-
dude.
I think
What
it
is
was the
that?
highest of the season.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
just getting hacked. and
Holy
hacked.
shit, dude! And then even Harden, he went 10 for 10 in free throws. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I know.
Free throws.
So, I mean, but I do like, besides like, you know, put Harden aside, I really do like Drummond and Curry.
Wow, that was Curry and Kyrie back together. since
Yeah. No, dude, Curry, I swear, man, like you put him on a team where he was the second option, I think he's averaging 25 points a game. Like he's that good.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the credit.
Shadow of his brother.
Yeah, but if you're nasty, you're nasty, no?
Well, yeah, but you got to be just saying. Like, his
Shout out to the
brother's
brother.
Curry.
Attention.
Yeah, like
So I mean, I guess, right? Right, Tony? We'll see.
yeah.
So on to the docket for tonight. Let's just take
Tonight?
a quick gander here. I mean, what do you want to do? Two apiece, or what are you thinking?
You want to do frenzy? There's enough
Frenzy?
here, right?
I mean,
Michael,
Michael?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
all
right.
right. Love a good frenzy. Monday morning frenzy. Monday frenzy morning. Frenzy Monday morning.
Was that a notification that they came to an agreement?
As notification, there's a strong sense from the Nuggets that Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. could
Like,
make a return.
don't bother me with that nonsense.
Jamal Murray.
I don't want to hear it, dude.
All right. First game, Minnesota, Cleveland.
Cleveland 131, Minnesota 128. Jared Allen for 3 at the buzzer. Why not?
You know what? Yeah, dude. I'm gonna follow
That
bars.
sounds fun,
Love
right?
the energy. Let's go.
All right.
Second that shit.
Indiana versus Orlando.
Orlando 100, Pacers 89. Cole Anthony 35 points, 17 assists. Alley-oop to Mo Bamba.
I don't know. Pacers. Give me Halliburton 35
Halliburton's great.
and 10. Yeah, right. How do you not, dude?
Yeah.
Pacers win it 108, 100.
Love it. Toronto, Brooklyn.
So obviously Kyrie still out here, Durant out, Simmons out, but Curry in 40 points, 10 3-pointers, Raptors 110, Nets 89. I mean, there's not enough there tonight.
I'll second that. Curry, tired of living in his brother's shadow. 45 points.
I love it. We got this is gonna be a good game. Chicago and Miami.
Wow.
Yeah.
The stars are out tonight. But I've been behind him all season. Got to go with my boy DeRozan here. And the quote unquote liability, according to Shaq and Nikola Vucevic. Give me the Bulls here. 115, Heat 114, DeRozan fadeaway 15-footer at the buzzer.
I'm thinking honestly, Bulls blow out the Heat here. Give me like 120 to 101. DeRozan 50 points.
Wow.
Easy.
We've got the Spurs in Memphis.
Pop just closed on his pot farm in California. So
What?
he's not. I'm just saying.
Oh.
I've noticed this for years, and I've talked to Michael about it, but it's just like Popovich. Just I feel like he's not even there. You know what I mean? Like, just retire, bud. You know, his heart's not in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he won a lot of championships, but it's like the focus isn't there. That's not the Greg Popovich I know. Grizzlies 125, Spurs 70. Worst road loss of Popovich's career. Can you even follow?
Yeah. I mean, give me the
Ja 50,
Grizzlies
by the way.
like 118, Spurs 99, Ja 50.
Yeah.
50 burgers.
Maybe he'll open up a vineyard
Oh,
after the
dude.
game while he's at it, you know?
That'd be
Napa
pretty
Valley, why not?
Yeah, I'd go.
Seaver used to have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Famous.
Then we got Michael Jordan's team versus Giannis.
Giannis 150, Hornets 120. Giannis 50 points, 15 rebounds.
No, you said
8
Giannis
assists.
150.
Yeah.
You didn't say Bucks
'cause
150.
Giannis is the
Giannis,
Bucks. That's why I
150.
said that.
Okay.
He's gonna have 50 of them, but they're gonna score 150. Yes, it is correct, Tony.
Hornets upset Milwaukee tonight. Give me Ball with like 34 points. Giannis slow night, maybe like 25, but still not enough to take down the Hornets. Hornets take it 115, 113.
Melo's nice,
Yeah, very nice.
but
Dude.
Giannis is nicer.
Yeah, we'll see, dude.
Very friendly guy.
All right,
man.
we got the Sacramento Kings versus OKC.
Also known as the Sacramento Sabonises,
Mhm.
Yes.
and I think he's brought new life to the team. I think they win this one, 135 to 119. Sabonis 35 points, 20 rebounds.
Can't argue with that, dude, but I will. I think OKC is gonna beat the Kings.
Yeah. So I mean, what did that mean to me?
me?
Can you actually explain to me what that means? I'm just kind of curious.
There's
Sure,
a
a
joke,
viewing
dude.
audience would love to know too.
Just a little bit of joke out there, guys.
Oh, okay.
Barnes just
I think I saw Renee laughing actually. out
I
there.
feel like she would have laughed at that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just making sure.
Give me the Thunder like 120, Kings 115, dude. Barnes crying on his couch.
Wow.
Later tonight.
Wow. What a friend. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, let's see what happens, Tony. But just pump the brakes a little bit, all right?
No, we'll see, dude.
All right, all right. A lot to talk about in the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come, Edmonds, what a save by Vasilevsky! Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move. You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal!
What
This just in breaking news. Barnes is fudging up our
no. I
record here.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first off, okay, before Wednesday, Thursday's games. No, in all seriousness, before Thursday's games, right? Were we 5-5?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but then we went 1 and 2.
We went 1
so
and
we're
2
both
each.
6 and
6
7.
and 7.
6 and 7 going into Thursday. And wait a second. No, going into Wednesday. It was going into Wednesday. And looking at the games here, we could do this because I remember too. I know you remember this. It was one of those things. We each had 2 picks:
Mhm.
Coyotes, Kings. We both
Right.
picked the Coyotes.
He lost on the
Kings won.
Coyotes. I mean, he went 1-1 for the night. 1 and 2 for the
1
night.
and 2. So, because I had the Avalanche,
Mhm.
but then but then I had the Stars, I think, and you had the Lightning over the Oilers, and then didn't you go Canadiens?
Yeah, 4-0, right?
Right. So wouldn't that mean actually we
Or we
both
went 2
went?
and 3.
Okay. So you went 2 and 1, and then and then I went 2 and 1.
2.
Okay, so that
Okay.
means now we'll make sure that we don't mess this one up. 6 and 7, 2 and 1, both 8 and 8.
Nah, 8 and 8.
Yeah.
All right.
Somehow we find ourselves
Yeah.
right back where we started. But Tony, unfortunately, I wish we could just go right to picks and just talk
But
about
no,
that.
we can't do
What a miserable weekend to be a New York Rangers fan. I would love to hear the justification to getting outscored. What was it? 5-2 over 2 games, 2 goals in 2 games.
Mhm.
Or
Well,
5-3, actually.
5-3, right? Yeah. So yeah, just recapping obviously with yesterday. We lost. What was it? 5-2 against the Canucks.
After a 1-0 loss.
After 1-0
to the
loss to Pittsburgh.
Penguins. I mean, Shesterkin gives you that performance, and you can't get the
I know you
job
can't
done.
get. I know it's tough, dude. There quite a few things went wrong over the course of those two games. One thing that obviously was pretty sloppy was our offense. Or only scoring 2 goals in 2 games isn't going to cut it, dude. But I mean, it's just the absolute sloppy puck movement. We were losing the pucks to the blue line. We were unable to just keep possession in our opponent's zone. And then on top of that, dude, I think I'm not sure how many power plays we had against the Penguins, but last night we had 3, 0 for 3 on the power play.
I think I swear 0 for 5. I think against the Penguins.
0 for 5.
Yeah,
I know it was a lot. I'm not sure how many. But it's just like, dude, the power, like obviously, dude, power play, like that has been our bread and butter pretty much all season is scoring on the power play. Unfortunately, like I said, it just sloppy puck movement and just lack of consistent setup in our offensive zone. Just, I mean, it's not leading to goals, obviously. And then we were 0 for 2 on the power play against the Penguins.
So 0 for
5 on the weekend, which is not good.
If I may,
may
tell me this isn't a comparison here.
Oh boy, Patrick Waugh.
Even though Shesterkin does look like Waugh, Gorgie, I think you're crazy. They could trade him, but that's a different story. It reminds me of all through the year we're talking about Kreider power play. So I feel like the reason why they don't score is similar to last year. DJ LeMahieu not getting those hits with runners in scoring position. Yankees struggling to score. Same thing with the Rangers. Kreider not hitting those opportunities on the power play. They can't score.
No, yeah. I mean, you're totally right. Obviously, your power play is a big momentum shift in the game. Of course, especially like last night, when you're already down like 4-0, you're looking for that momentum shift. And again, when you're just not able to set up in your offensive zone, it seemed to me that, over the course of the game, your the deficit is getting larger and larger. You're getting a little more nervous. You're looking for that perfect shot. You're not thinking straight is really what it is, dude. And that, led to turnovers. It led to poor shot selection. On top of that, dude, I mean, the Rangers had 33 shots on goal. Nothing to sneeze at, but Thatcher Demko for Vancouver last night was unbelievable. He 31 saves last night. Quite a few big ones where it was left side of that completely open, swings around with his pad, gets to stick on the puck. He was really good at freezing the puck as well, stopping any momentum the Rangers had, if any at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then again, I mean, the defense was pretty shoddy. So, I mean, pretty much in all aspects, the Rangers didn't really play well. I mean, there was honestly just no defense in front of the net. Vancouver controlled it in front of the Rangers net the entire game. You had 2-on-1s created. Again, those poor turnovers in your offensive zones creates 2-on-1s on the back end. Like your forwards aren't going to be able to get back there quick enough, and that's where the Canucks scored a lot. Of course, and again, I think they had 2 goals that were deflected too. So again, I mean, the Vancouver had that presence in front of the net that wasn't being questioned at all the entire game.
But you honestly, I know it's hard to say because, of course, at the end of the day, 2 sides create an outcome. But do you feel though that it was more on the Rangers kind of almost handing them that type of game, or you really were that impressed with them in goal?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, the Canucks are a good enough team to recognize, how the Rangers were playing, right? So, like I said, the Rangers definitely were not playing their best, and then Vancouver, again, they recognized that and they were able to take advantage of it.
And then there was some talk, JT Miller, but then they're saying on the Fan this morning, like the Canucks are still in the playoff chase.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they want to trade JT Miller? Or do you still feel like they want to kind of rebuild a little bit and that would probably net them a pretty big return so they'd still be open to dealing him?
I think they would be open to dealing for him, but I think they're going to want a good amount for
20
him.
goals, 39 assists. I mean, He walks in, he's the Rangers' second best player.
Yeah, and he had 2 assists last night as well. So, I mean, it's I think Vancouver is definitely open to it. Where let's see where they are in the standings.
I think they're
like
right
11th.
at the wild card.
They're right.
A couple games out.
A couple games out of the wild card. 58 points. But again, like that little area of between like the next 4 teams up, it's all like a 3-point deficit. So it's like they are in a playoff. They are in the running here. But I mean, again, you look at the teams in the Western Conference. If they make a good push, again, if the Oilers keep sucking ass, the Vancouvers can hop up there for sure. We'll see, dude.
And do you feel the sense I get is the reason why the Rangers struggle to score is that, I mean, I guess you want to say Kreider's that guy who gets you your goals, but everyone else is just like a balanced player, and you don't have one guy who's just a goal scorer. You know what I mean? Like Panarin has a lot of assists. He's passing the puck. Zibanejad too. I mean, those aren't 50-goal guys, and not to say that you need a 50-goal guy, but I just feel like they need at least one other guy that's just strictly focused on scoring, and I think those guys contribute in so many facets of the game that it doesn't offer them enough offense.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but I mean, personally, I'd rather have the guys that will be looking for the open man. Honestly, I mean, Kreider has 34 goals in the season. I mean, that's nothing. I think Mika has like 22, maybe.
Yeah,
when you have multiple players who are as good as that, and again, they're all looking to pass the puck and find the open man. I mean, I think it makes for good hockey for sure. Again, I mean, that's why I think JT Miller wouldn't be a bad pickup because he's the same type of guy, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, dude. But again, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to knock having that goal scorer, I suppose. But I think being the team that they are, it makes it harder to defend against because you're not sure where the puck is. It could go to anyone.
I know. I guess I don't like the fact that it doesn't seem like it's even possible for them to score 5-6 goals. I know, like, I'm sure they've done it this year, but, like, you know what I mean? It's, like, very unlikely. And I just feel like you need to have that in your back pocket come Stanley Cup playoff time.
Right. No, I mean, I see where you're coming from because, at that point you're relying on more than you're relying on the entire team to show up, which I know sounds funny, but doesn't always happen. You're not going to have like an Ovechkin or Draisaitl, getting a hat trick or anything like that. Even though, again, it has happened. It's definitely not as common for other players around the league. But I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with.
You think any chance like Foxy could get some reps on offense or not?
Like as a forward?
Yeah.
No. Defenseman of the year. What are you talking about?
I know he's a defenseman of the year, but I just feel like isn't he like their best passer?
Yeah. Defenseman controls the puck at the blue line. You're passing that puck up. He's also, I think he has 43. Yeah, 43 assists. He's probably, I want to say, has the most. Yeah.
He's most on the Rangers.
Yeah, most of the Rangers. Yeah. It's like top 5 or top 7 in the league, something like that.
Yeah.
I think maybe Panarin has just as many as him.
I know he has a lot of assists, but I don't know. I'm just thinking of things, and like I know he did win the Defenseman of the Year, but I don't know. I just feel like if he's your best passer, have him at the center of the action, maybe create some more opportunities. And you would know this better than me.
Right.
Like, did teams not like do that type of thing, or is it they would, but not with a guy who's one of the best at his position?
They don't really do that.
Just in general,
you'll never really see defensemen go to the forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your general manager though. What are you doing? Are you really standing pat, or you're kind of seeing, all right, well, if I don't need to mortgage the future, I wouldn't mind picking up a forward or a center?
Yeah. If I would like to look at JT.
Anybody else? Kane? Or he's washed?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough, again, because like you look at Kane, like you're not really sure about it. You look at other players around the league, like if you grab a couple guys from Minnesota, maybe give it up more than you want to is the only problem.
Yeah. Yeah,
and I'd be very weary of who I give up.
And is that you're kind of scarred from the way that they used to operate, kind of mortgaging the future, having all Yager when he's 50 years old, making $30 million. That not 30, but you know what I mean.
Like, I mean, still wasn't that bad. I mean, Yager.
Yeah, no, he actually. I have to say, I mean, I was following from a distance then, but I mean, didn't he score 50 when he was like in his late 30s?
Yeah, when he was on, even after the Rangers, when we went to like Florida.
Yeah,
he was like their top goal scorer.
Yeah,
he's unbelievable, dude.
Yeah. Is he a Hall of Famer, or is it like he hasn't retired?
He's got to retire.
And
he went to play overseas for like 5 years.
Where would you say he would fall? Like, is he top 50 all time or no?
Honestly, dude, it's pretty funny because back in the day, I interviewed for ESPN and they asked me who the best hockey player is because I follow whatever, and I said Yager. I think he's the greatest player of all time.
Over Gretzky.
And I'll tell you why, dude. Because he played through Gretzky's era, and then he adjusted and played through the
following era.
The following era. I mean, dude, when you look at the way hockey was played like 35 years ago, I mean, it was just entirely different. You know, goalies didn't go down to the butterfly. There were stand-up goalies. It was easier to score against them. Obviously, you don't see guys, you know, the 108-mile-an-hour slap shots. Like, they just didn't have that. And defensemen back in the day didn't skate backwards, dude.
Wow. So, I mean, that is a completely different game.
So it's like he played in both eras, was able to adjust, and was successful in both.
Did he win any ships?
He definitely won with the Penguins.
Penguins before with like Lemieux?
Yeah. Okay. Way back in the day, when he had that mullet. I'm not sure honestly how many he has. He may have won one with Philly as well. He's played for every original 6 teams, so it's like
He
definitely obviously didn't win any with like Toronto or anything like that. For short score hockey, he has two with the Penguins, and that's
2 with the Penguins. Okay. And I know I think what is it? The Canadiens have the most Stanley Cups.
Yeah, they have like 28 or something like that.
And then who's second?
Maple Leafs with like 16, I think.
The Maple Leafs have 16, but they haven't won one since the 60s.
It's like 70 something, yeah.
Wow. That's a drought.
I know. Thick drought, dude.
And then what about the Rangers other than 94? Or is that the only time?
I think it's the only time, pretty sure.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. So
I was getting confused with the Mets. I'm like, oh, they won in 69. They didn't win in 69.
See, that's why, and I know you're concerned about the future, but I just feel like if they don't have to give up anybody currently who's a younger player that they're excited about, and it's just, you know, maybe a couple draft picks, I think you got to just go for it this year. I mean, it's like you have the best goalie in the league, one of the best defenders in the league, and defenses just in general. And you know, just that offensive push, man. Like, it's just like, imagine, like, I know it's way out there, but imagine if like they could add like McDavid to their offense, like just getting that type of cog in the lineup. I mean, it would be unbelievable.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you just got to do that like reasonably.
Right, but what I mean is, like, I don't know. I just think there are some guys, and even if it is just JT Miller, I think if you're it's only draft picks or somebody who's not playing, you'd be tempted to give up Cabo Caco or no?
A little bit, honestly. I mean, Caco and Lafreniere are your 2 first-round picks from the past couple of years. So it's
who's going to be better?
It's really tough because they're both like way not as good as they're supposed to be.
Because was it Lafreniere was the first overall pick 2 years ago?
I know. So I mean, Caco and Lafreniere are supposed to be those 2 guys.
They're supposed to be Draisaitl and McDavid.
They're supposed to be those 2 guys. And they're just not right now. So I would honestly sit on them for like maybe another like at the end of this season and figure it out, honestly. Yeah. But because I think the Rangers are still in a really good position to be contending in the playoffs. I mean, and Caco has come around a little bit, I suppose. He's had a few games where he's shined, but other than that, dude, he's been a pretty big disappointment.
You think any chance they could get Meyer from the Sharks or no?
Timo Meyer?
Yeah.
I guess so.
But that's a king's ransom too.
Yeah, probably. And it's plus like, I don't know how consistent. I'd like to see Meyer's stats,
He almost reminds you of former Shark Jonathan Chicho back in the day.
Jonathan Chicho.
50 goals led the league way back.
Dude, ESPN sucks.
Everyone was complaining about the Rangers broadcasting today. I don't know if you saw that because they don't have the power play clock on ESPN. The game was on ABC on Saturday.
Yeah.
And they don't show how much. They just say power play, but there's no clock.
That is so dumb.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a shame, dude.
But you're basically concerned. You're saying that Meyer's a one-hit wonder.
No. I don't. I think he's good. I'm trying to see what else he's had. Yeah, I mean, this season. Yeah, he had a good season in 18-19. He had 30 goals, 36 assists. Yeah, I mean, he was a first rounder. He was definitely a little quiet coming into the Sharks first couple of years. But I guess that third year was a big year. Slowed down a little bit the next 2 years, and this is another big year. So I don't know. Maybe this could be a start of what could be more of a consistently long career.
But do you think it would have to be like a first, a fourth, and a fifth to get him, and like maybe a player as
historically too? The Sharks are like a pretty hard team to trade with.
Okay,
they keep guys forever, especially people they draft.
Yeah. So Who knows? Last one. What about Eberly? Maybe or no?
Jordan Eberle?
Yeah.
I like him, honestly. I may have a little soft spot for him, though, because he was on my fantasy team a few years ago. He was on the
Led
Islanders.
you to the promised land?
And, dude, he saved me a lot of weeks.
Okay.
For sure. So I like Eberle, yeah.
So I'm just saying, there's some guys out there, Tony. So if you had to say, you think there's some type of move made?
With the Rangers?
Yeah.
Honestly, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Strong.
I don't think so.
And you wouldn't be concerned? I mean, it's just, I guess, you know what it is? I'm just so over in any sport because I've had to deal with the Jets, the Yankees last couple of years, lack of offense. You with the Mets. I just don't want to deal with it anymore.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Maybe it's because I've been watching hockey a while, but it's just, I mean, games like this happen, you know?
So you think they're just going through a lull right now, and it's not a scoring problem, generally speaking?
Yes.
And then maybe Lafreniere and Kako do something down the stretch.
Show up, you know, they maybe get hyped up for the postseason, and then they find
Reeves
their way,
Lane's
dude.
hits left and right.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Their team right now, I wouldn't fuck too much with it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the deadline's coming up. Find out soon enough, right?
Even though it's to your dismay.
To my dismay. So that being said, looking ahead tonight, I believe, what is it here? We got 3 games. So is this a common game, one apiece situation?
Yeah, I think so.
So
Common game, one apiece.
but obviously we'll go our game apiece first. What do you got?
I mean, I'm gonna stick with, as Barnes would say, my Bruins for this Monday night, 10:30 p.m. They're gonna be in LA against the Kings in your cryptocurrency arena. I believe Marchand should be back now, dude. This is ridiculous. Let's see. Yeah, Marchand is back. Bruins on a 4-game winning streak, even though they didn't have him. They're starting their West Coast. Well, no, they started it yesterday, 2 days ago. They beat the Sharks 2 days ago, starting their West Coast tour. So they're hitting the Kings now. It's going to be a 3-0 win, dude.
Wow.
Easy.
All right. So
Money.
Tony going Kings here.
Mhm.
So just report this down.
Yeah, make sure you write this down, Bars.
Yeah, we're both 8-8.
Save it.
You have the Kings. I am, you know what? I've been disappointed with some of their play recently at times, but I don't care. Better team. Give the Maple Leafs over the
Wow.
Caps. I don't know, man. It's not going to be their year. I can tell you that much.
I know. I know.
So I'm going to say 4-2 total
Maple
pushes. And I think Tavares 2 goals and an assist. So
2 goals and an assist. Classic.
he doesn't
dude.
usually, high. It's always Matthews.
Right.
Tavares, just likes to, hand in the pockets type of situation. So that leaves us Canucks, the Devils, common game, the old 1-2-3. 1, 2, 3 Devils.
Canucks.
All right, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Going with Michael's Devils. I feel good.
Devils
about
are
that
favorited here too.
Yeah.
Which is surprising, I feel.
So Maple Leafs, Devils, Tony with the Kings and the Canucks. Back to back too. I'm surprised you're not nervous about that spot. Just JT Miller or
Yeah, dude. It's JT Miller. Let's go.
did Passon give us anything last 20 minutes?
No.
Actually, I think doors are supposed to open at 10, right?
Oh, really?
I think so.
Do you want to sit here until they're done? Because I mean, doors open at 10. They're probably up by like 10:04.
Agreement signed.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
dude.
my God. Yep. Nothing at the moment, Tony.
Nothing at the moment, dude.
I'm speechless, honestly. I really am. Just the fact that it's like they know. I just don't get where their heads are at. Is it? Do you think the thing is, especially on the owner's side, it's like we don't care. We want to suck every goddamn penny out of the Players Association. We'll do it at the 11th hour.
Yeah.
And then, but the problem is, so what? They'll do a 5-year agreement.
Right.
And we're getting back in the same spot in 5 years.
5 years. Yeah.
Can they do a 10-year agreement? A 15? No.
No. Absolutely not, dude.
5 is like, you think it's just not going to be more or less, just 5?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, man. I just being, like we said, baseball lifers, it just don't feel good about the future. I feel like we need a saving grace. I don't know what that is. Like, is it possibly abolishing the shift? There's some talk about that.
You think abolishing the shift is going to save the entire sport?
I honestly think it's a great idea.
Honestly, I don't know. I wasn't exactly for abolishing the shift, but I mean, everyone's complaining about it.
It would
Like
just
players, everyone. But it's like, I don't know, dude. It's like, why? Like, you're shifting your defense. Like, what?
What if it was the guys have to be on the infield dirt, and then you could shift them however you want? Because I just feel like that guy in right
when there's
field,
like 6 outfilders. Yeah.
right or no? But then you'd be tight, end of a game situation.
Yeah, right. You can't put a guy out there, another guy out there, like.
But it's just, I think the problem is everything is done in obsess.
Yeah.
And that's why we are where we are, whether it's going for the home run, the shifting, the pitching changes, the rule changes.
Right.
It just, we need a solid foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
We need to save our nation's pastime.
I think it is up to us.
It is up to us.
I think
No one
I
cares.
think this is a new skit we could start, dude.
And how do we make it a national sport?
It's a good question, dude. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, there are several things wrong with it. One of the things, honestly, that is wrong is how MLB is marketed.
But how do we market it? Like, what is it just like?
Well, that's the thing, dude. You have to start. I think their marketing sucks just in general.
But is it also because Trout only wants to do a Subway commercial once a year and that's it?
Well, it's like what is stupid is that the owners control like how the players can be marketed, right? So it's like even at MLB Network, like I used to like. I thought it'd be so cool because they would ask us if you guys had any like segment ideas for shows, like pitch it, whatever, and I would. And I remember coming in one day with like a list of like segments to pitch, and every one of them, involving getting players in the studio.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. They don't allow players
Can't
on
do
the
it.
show. I'm like, aren't we like MLB Network? Like, obviously we're affiliated with the league. Yeah, but the owners don't want the players to be like showing face on shows or doing certain things. It's like, dude, like. One of the biggest things on how you market a league is you market your players. Get them to be personable people.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fans to buy into this person, and they don't do that.
I think I know what we need: a home run chase. Who is physically capable of taking down that 73 home run mark? Stanton, Judge, Alonso, Soto,
I can see Soto.
Harper.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you got to throw Harper in there. Trout, even.
Trout, I feel like
he could do it.
Yeah, but it's a stretch. I mean, 73. I mean, Trout, I feel like 50's pushing it.
Yeah.
If you had to take one guy, who would it be?
Just one?
You just go with your guy or no?
Yeah, I'd go with Alonso.
But do you think he ever hit 60?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In his sleep.
Yeah,
Michael,
easily, dude.
Who's the guy? Who does it?
Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say by maybe 35th home run he gets hurt.
Judge?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
what's he going on? Like 2 years with no injury? Like no,
just last year, 38 home runs.
Right.
All-star.
I'm saying, but the last time he had like a significant injury, right, was like 2
years. Yeah, not last year, the year before.
So I think he's due.
What's his contract?
His extension?
Yeah.
It's honestly, dude, like I was hoping you bring this up because it's gonna be pretty tough. Because I know like people are talking about Freddie Freeman, right?
Yeah.
Going to the Yankees, and it's like Freeman's what, 33?
I think he's 30.
Judge is 31.
Judge is 30.
He's 30. Yeah. So Freeman's older than him. And it's like, if you get Freeman, right? Freeman turned down a 5-year deal with the Braves. So he's going to want more than 5 years. So you have to offer him, I guess, like 6 or just overpay him for 5 years. But he's probably going to want the longevity. He's probably going to want 6. Does that mean you offer Judge like 8?
Matt Olson. No,
Matt
Freddie
Olson,
Freeman.
I think, is your guy. Yeah.
Matt Olson's your guy. You're not signing a big free agent. You're allocating that money for Judge. So
right.
You can't lose Judge from on field, and you mentioned marketing. Obviously, probably the most popular Yankee out there. So you can't do that. But do you think it gets done before the season or no?
Yeah, I think once the agreement is
and I think it'll kind of appease us Yankee fans because it's so annoying they don't spend the money, but then everyone's like, oh, Judge is locked up, we're all good.
Right.
I think that comes into play.
I'd say they offer him another. I see him like another 6-year deal.
Yeah. So I hope they do that.
He wants it. Did you see what he said? How like if it doesn't work out, like he has
Yeah,
something
but I
else?
think that he's just being coy. He wants to be there. Yankees want him to be there.
I think he would have
Please.
said that.
He did say that.
He didn't say that. He said
The guy wants to be a Yankee.
Yeah, he said, but if it doesn't work out, like I've had something.
But that's just it's a negotiating tactic. I know Michael knows it.
You're not negotiating.
He could just give me the nod over there. Please.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing I have to add before we close out, though.
What do you got, dude?
So we had the Honda Classic this weekend. Daniel Berger, 5-shot lead with 9 holes to play.
Blows it?
Yeah. Are you kidding?
Daniel Berger.
Daniel Berger, I think he bogeyed 3 out of his last 5 holes. Talking about choke artist, right?
Yeah, what a loser, dude.
Sepp Straka wins the tournament.
That's such a shame.
But we got Bay Hill to look forward to this week. Bryson DeChambeau gonna try to defend his title. Remember that par 5 trying to drive the green 377 over the water. Should be a fun one. All right.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. So
Daniel
collective bargaining
Berger,
agreement, Yankee extension, and JT Miller Rangers by the time we are here tomorrow. And maybe Frank Vogel fired. So I think it could be a nice night of sports. A couple hockey games, right, Tony?
Oh yeah, I think it'd be a great night of sports.
Great night of sports, but a great Monday. So
To say the least, yeah.
thank you to all of our listeners tuning in, commenting, liking, subscribing, merch downtime.tv.com, and our archives, Tony's face, plaster all over it. He's very versatile. Many roles, right,
yeah.
Tony?
No, yeah, I'm a man of many roles. Many roles.
But yeah, everyone enjoy the day, enjoy the games, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are